Hi everyone, my name is Ruben Obdebeek and today I will be presenting our data showcase paper called Andromeda, a dataset of Ansible Galaxy roles and their evolution. So let's start off with some background about Ansible Galaxy. Ansible is an infrastructure as code language, so that allows infrastructure developers to specify how their machines in their infrastructure have to be configured. It does this by allowing developers to write tasks, and these can do various things like installing certain packages, copying over configuration files, setting up services, etc. And Ansible then executes these tasks on each machine in your infrastructure. But if you make these tasks generic by the use of variables, they can be reused by other people. And to do that, Ansible has this concept of roles. These are really the libraries of Ansible. And these roles can be found in Ansible Galaxy, Ansible's ecosystem. But Ansible Galaxy is quite a novel ecosystem. There hasn't been that much research on it so far. So we created Andromeda, the dataset of Ansible Galaxy and its roles, to entice other researchers to do research on it as well. So if you're an ecosystem researcher, you might be interested in our Galaxy metadata. All of that has been put inside of a nice schema where you can find things like descriptions, tags, role versions, supported platforms, dependencies, links to Travis AI and GitHub, etc. On the other hand, if you like code, you might be interested in our structural models. These are structural representations that generalize over some of the syntactical implementation details of roles. For example, Ansible offers multiple styles of writing tasks. These are shown on screen right now. Both of these map to the same structural representation. So if you're wanting to do any sort of analysis of role code, I would really recommend to use these structural models to get this generalization for free. Thirdly, we looked at repositories. We don't provide repositories themselves, but we do provide commits and tags. You can also use other datasets to get more information about these repositories. And then finally, using the tags and the aforementioned structural models, we extracted all of the structural changes between different versions of a role. These can be used to look at the evolution of these roles, where you can find things like additions of variables, removals of tasks, edits to metadata, etc. That's what we actually did last year in the publication at SCAM, where we looked into the semantic versioning of Ansible roles. But you can also use this dataset for various other research purposes, and then hopefully we can get eventually to an answer of how Ansible Galaxy, this novel ecosystem, compares to the traditional ecosystems like NPM and Maven today. So that's all I have time for today. You can find more details about this in our paper. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to ask them. We hope that you will find some very interesting research opportunities from this dataset, and thank you for listening to my talk.